Hi, so I've had a lot of questions recently around fees, commissions, what you're paying your broker. It usually crops up once a year, so I thought I'd finally do a video on what the costs are, what the benefits, and a bit of a kind of matrix to work out where you sit. So here, this is the CME's fee schedule. You'll see they've got lots of different types of fees. So you see non-members here and what you're paying per lot per side. Does not include your NFA fee. I'll go through all that in a second. This is just purely CME fees, and these are their different types of memberships. So what I've done is I've created this sheet here, which we'll go through step by step. So this is the standard broker commissions per side. I've used Interactive Brokers as the benchmark because they're published fees. They know where they are. This is a sample where I've just put a fee in per side for my broker, 13 cents a side per lot. Software routing per side. So this is if you use CQG, CTS, TT, any of these people, they have a fee per side routing that goes on top of your regular fees. If you're a member, you won't pay that. I'll explain why in a second. You've then got NFA. If you're not a member, you've got your NFA fees, which is the National Futures Association, and they are 2 cents a side. But if you're a member, you don't pay those because they're there just to protect non-pros. If we move over to software costs per month, you'll see Interactive's free software, $30 a month for the data. Software for a non-member is $900. Okay, on this basis, what I've done is to make life simple and to keep a kind of worst case scenario. I've taken the full package of one of the major software providers and just bumped that in. This is the non-pro, so it's $900 a month for that, plus $15 data. This is a pro version, so it's $1,200 a month and $350 for CBOT, CME, and NYMEX, just to kind of throw everything in there. But you'll notice they don't pay any per side fees. That's why the software, there's no routing fees for each trade done. It's just lumped in the fee at the beginning. Okay, so what that then gives us is a fee schedule, which we've done Interactive Brokers, Broker A here, non-member, Broker A with a membership. And then here is, this is a membership that's you've not paid the 240K to buy the membership, you're just leasing it. So you've got your lease fee per month of $750. But obviously, I've calculated what based on that. So these fees here are all slightly higher than owning a seat. So if you own a seat, this one's only 22 cents a side. But let's not get. I think the vast majority of people, if they're going to feel that they're structurally sound to progress something like this, they're more likely to do a lease. This sheet's of more benefit than someone throwing out $250,000. Right. So. Over on this right side here, this is including all software and data and what the percentage saving is or loss. And this is the excluding all data, what the percentage saving is loss. Okay, and here's your monthly volume. So they're all zero. So you'll see, if we just work this through, let's look at SPOOs here on this line. So you've got ES is $1.23 a side exchange fee. You can just simply check that if you go here. God, this is going to test me now. I've got this wrong, haven't I? There you go. If we go here, make this yellow. Hold on, guys. Here we go. We should see this cost is, here you go, $1.23 a side. Okay, and that $1.23 is represented here, plus the commission that's coming from up here, and plus the routing fee, which is coming from here, plus the NFA fee. Total cost per side, $1.58. Subtotal costs of trade, zero, because we've not put any in. If we put 1,000 in there, you'll see that goes up here, but we'll go through that in a second. Software costs are fixed because you've got them anyway. Data costs are fixed, there's no lease. And you'll see as we go down the member ones, it's got everything the same. Lower cost per side, 48 cents, 13, no routing, no NFA, 61 per side. Subtotal zero, but software fees, lease. So you're in the hole for 2-3 a month before you start trading. Okay, so let's have a look at kind of how things pan out. Let's use the saving percentages are different across the board. But let's say if you're a pure ES trader and you only do $700 a month, okay, So the reality is that that's going to cost you $1,500. Let's just work at the moment on all software, because I think that's a fair representation. Is that you could not have software, but the reality is that these things are meant to kind of help you reduce that overall burden. So I think it's just an easier thing to do. It obviously it's going to make the numbers look a lot better if we don't put them in. But IB $1,500 a month. A broker with no membership is $2,000, and a broker with the membership with the software is $2,700. If we take out all the software immediately already at 500 a month, at 700 lots a month, you're saving money. I mean, if we move that down to 500, you're still it's circa. I think it's even less than that. It says at 400. And there you go. I mean, it's kind of the cheapest is not having a membership at that phase. But if we kind of go, if we go to 600, I think it breaks even about 700. There you go. Maybe 750, 745. Thereabouts. Okay, so not having a member with no software breaks even around 745 lots a month. So if you're trading every day, that's doing 35 lots a day. 17 and a half round turns a day. If you're doing that, then it's with no core software fees. If you're not trading options, you're just trading futures. It's a considerable, we're not considerable saving, but you've already kind of got your money back. With software, obviously, it's still you've got a much bigger marker to start from. So if we stick 1,000 in, it's still not covering the costs. If you stick 1,400 in, this is when you start to kind of see that the costs start to even out. So, but that's by the by. Well, the kind of key thing here is if you're only looking at kind of 1,400 trades a month, you're not really in the realms of needing this, which is still only 66 66 lots a day or 33 round turns. So it's not worth going through it. But if you're kind of looking at a reasonable amount, so let's look at 5,000 ES contracts in a month. This is where the savings just become kind of huge, because if we look here at including all software, you've got 5,000 a month, whereas IB is double that. And any normal broker non-member is nearly 9,000. Exclude the software. I mean, and the savings just become, exponentially bigger. But whereas it's 3,800 a month against 8,000, and against IB 177% more expensive. So I think there's a point. You can see at 745 it about pays itself. So it's actually quite a lower number, when you start to look at the fact of just doing 17 lots of round turn in a day. It pays for itself. But that's not really is about. It's about are you in a position? You might spread these. You might just do 3,000 SPOOs, 2,000 euro dollars, 1,500 6E. If you'd have done that with IB, you're at 14,000 in fees a month. 11,000 not being a member, and just 6. So the savings are just absolutely huge. Over 200% if you're not using any options software against IB. Hope that helps. If anyone's interested, I shall make this sheet available.